Good morning. I'm Liz Boldon. I serve in the Minnesota Senate representing District 25. I am really grateful to be here this morning, and I want to extend my sincere gratitude for everyone who is sharing their stories. Difficult stories to tell, but it's important that we're highlighting this issue. Throughout life, there are things that you can control, and there are things that you cannot control. As we have heard today, there are countless uncertainties we encounter in our journey through life. As a registered nurse, I interact with patients and their loved ones on nearly a daily basis. Medical bills and debt should be the last thing on their minds as they try to heal. But too often, for too many people, the thought of having their savings drained weighs heavily. A few months ago, I cared for a patient who had been in a horrible snowmobile accident miles away and ended up with many broken bones requiring surgery. By the time she came under my care, it was the fourth medical facility that she had been in the last about 16 hours. As the shift change occurred, the nurse who had been caring for her prior warned me about the patient's spouse, that he was distraught and difficult to handle. Within minutes of my entering the patient's room, it was very clear to me why he was so concerned. More than anything else, he was incredibly anxious, fearful about how they would pay for the essential care that she needed without going bankrupt. He should have been able to focus on her care and her healing, but the fear of being trapped in debt was all-encompassing for him. This is just one story among thousands, with people all across all corners of our state. And stresses like these contribute to slower recovery rates, longer hospital stays, and higher costs, resulting in a cycle of compounding stress for the patient and their loved ones. Medical debt is certainly not the only thing that comes in the way of patients receiving the care that they need. There is so much more we need to do to transform our healthcare system to one that is truly centered around the care that people need and deserve. But in the meantime, there's also more guardrails we can create for Minnesotans to reduce the financial burden of unexpected health issues. All debt is coercive by its nature, but medical debt is a different form from other types of debt. Taking out a loan for a new business should not be treated the same as your health and safety. No one signs up to have their appendix burst or a heart attack or a car accident. You can't predict such accidents like you can predict how much grad school might cost you. Often we hear the phrase, life isn't fair, and that may be true to some extent, but we do have the power to make things a little more fair for Minnesotans. I strongly believe these proposed changes will do that and help us take some steps in the right direction toward a society that truly puts patients over profits.